Hello, welcome to my channel and welcome if you are new. This is Gwen and I'm so glad you're here. Today I will be featuring my fall DIYs for 2022. I hope you enjoy. Most of the supplies that I will be using came from the Dollar Tree as well as Target and Walmart. And in this first DIY, I'm taking 4 packs of this hanging wall shelves from the Dollar Tree. Using a miter box, I cut the pieces of wood down to the size I wanted my plank wood to be. I filled in the holes using some spackle from the Dollar Tree. I also took this tray from the Target Dollar Spot last year, and it's one of their Christmas boxes. Using some of Dollar Tree's faux leather, I cut them to strips to the size that would cover the sides of this box. And I did that using some hot glue, just gluing on the pieces of the leather. I also took some of DIY Paint's Summer Crush and painted the pieces of plank wood. And once that was dry, I went ahead and glued the pieces down, covering the front part of that wood tray box from Target Dollar Spot, making sure I left a gap in between each piece of wood, replicating the look of a pallet wood, which is what was the look I was going for. When that was complete, I did cut some vinyl stickers from my Cricut and cut out the words, "Welcome to our patch." I did this off camera. I went ahead and stuck that onto the front part of this pallet crate. And when that was done, I used a wood stem from the Dollar Tree and glued that to the top. I also made a raffia ribbon using some leftover raffia and glued that to the front of the wood stem. When all the pieces were attached and arranged the way I wanted it, I used some varathane polyurethane, sealed in the entire piece, making sure to seal in the vinyl as well. And that completes this project. I am very happy with the look and I can't wait to display it in my home. And I hope you guys like it too. The next project will be a standing fall pumpkin sign. Using the same wall shelves from the Dollar Tree, I took the miter box and cut each piece of wood to varying sizes so that they would be different heights. Using some of the DIY paint in the color cake batter, I went ahead and gave each piece of wood a good coat of paint. And when that was dry, I did cut some letters off my Cricut machine, spelling out the word fall in orange vinyl color. Before attaching each of the letters, I went ahead and glued each piece of wood, one on top of each other, slightly overlapping, and some sort of underneath each of the wood. You'll see what I'm doing here in this video. When the wood pieces were dry, I took the vinyl and I went ahead and put each letter on each piece of the wood. And off camera, I did create some wood stems using some of the Jenga wood blocks and wrapping each one in some jute twine. I glued each stem pieces to the tops of each of the wood pumpkin pieces. I also used some of the Dollar Tree wood drawer boxes that they sell and used the inserts from a leftover project to use as my support for the backs of the sign so that it would be able to be a freestanding sign. I did take some of the DIY dark wax or black wax and just gave each piece of this wood a distressed look. It looked a little too clean and new, and I really liked the whole distressed, aged vintage look. So I went ahead and coated the outer edges of the sign in the dark black wax by DIY Paint. I finished this off using some of the polyurethane by Varathane and sealed in the paint as well as the vinyl. And I think that this project came out super adorable, and I think it would totally fit well in my decor, and I can't wait to use it. I hope you enjoyed this one as well. Please let me know in the comments what you think. I forgot to mention that the last finishing touch to this DIY fall pumpkin sign is to add some of the faux leather leaves from the Dollar Tree to the tops of each of the stems. I did add a sunflower to the one with the A on it, and then I added some strips of burlap ribbon as well as a Dollar Tree brown ribbon to one of the stems. For the third and final project in this video, I'm doing something really simple, just taking a wood leaf cutout from the Dollar Tree that says Hello Autumn. I'm also using a wood frame from Ross. It's just a hollow out frame and no backing to it. And I'm going to take the color Cashew by Waverly and painting this wood frame as well as the wood leaf cutout. I decided to use some of the Waverly wax, antique wax, over the leaf cutout. First, my intention was to just distress the letters, but then I decided to go and distress the entire leaf. At the end, I didn't really like how it looked. I thought it came out a little too monochromatic. So off camera, I did take some of the moss colored chalk paint by Waverly and use a sponge dauber. It's like a stencil brush from the Dollar Tree, and just dipped it in the moss colored paint and swept it across the words Hello Autumn. And I like the look of that, so I thought I would take it out to the outer edges of the leaf as well, distressing the entire piece using the moss colored chalk paint. And I also sponged it on to random areas of the leaf as well, since I really liked the contrast of that moss color to that cashew color with the antique wax. I did also add some orange burlap to the back of the wood frame. That was the background to this DIY. And off camera, once again, I did take some of the Dollar Tree stems that they have out this fall, and I glued it to the back of the leaf, just on either side of the leaf, just adding some interest to this DIY project. And I really like how it came out. It is very simple. It's very farmhouse, rustic, and those are all the things that I really like. And I hope you guys enjoyed this decor. It's very easy to do and very budget friendly as well.